salutations from CLG to you. I was on the ARRL.org, and so I go on here and kind of see what they're doing, and they're doing some pretty cool stuff. I think, love them or hate them. But the ARRL, here's a new link. It's the ARRL Museum and Research Library. You click on it. And you can go to it. I went right here, ARRL Museum. And then it's Radio Alpha. You go here. And so it takes you to a website. So Hub, this is I'm not sure what this is, but I think this is in connection with another organization, because Hub is just a collection of a bunch of stuff. I think this is just a bunch of, well, it's a bunch of museums. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of cool stuff like this. I don't know if this is Connecticut. I haven't really read what Hub is. You know, there's the About page, here's the collections. I'm just kind of showing you what, you know, where this stuff is. So, yeah, it looks like it's pretty much all over the USA. So whatever Hub is, it's a collection of museums as far as what I can tell. So, anywho, back to the Radio Alpha ARRL's museum that is added to this Hub collection of museums. Let's just take a look at some of the photos, because this is what I like, you know, going back in the age of yesteryear. So they got a bunch of photo collections of radio after radio after daggone radio. But what I like is the real old stuff. Here's an AW1AW. Look at this. Here it is. The Newington, Connecticut house. This is old stuff. I like this old looking back at stuff. I think it's awesome. This is like probably 1965. Some of this is, well, it tells you right here what it is. Gives you a little blurb on what we're looking at. Wow, man, just the way things used to be. 1930s right here. Oh my God, look at this. This is W1AW. Must be the operating setup. What is this, 1938? God. Oh, that's some gear. That's some heavy duty. High voltage transfer, you know, tubes, heat everywhere. But anyway, oh, look at this. This is so cool. I love this stuff. Down here, it's got, you can click on this. God. To me, that's radio. Old giant equipment, high voltage. You know, I know it's the modern times, but I don't care. I like the old school back in the day. You know, and you can still get this kind of gear from the 50s and still operate it. You can still put this stuff on the air. We are at the operating room with W1AW. God. You know, it's probably really noisy in here. Fans are blasting away, trying to take the heat out of these transmitters, this equipment. He's got some Collins equipment, it looks like, and a typewriter. He's doing Morse code. That's how to receive Morse code, with an old school typewriter. Not a computer keyboard, a typewriter. That's what I'm gonna do someday. I don't need code readers, but anyway, who cares what I think? So this kind of brings up a little thing I've been thinking about regarding this hobby. And it's all gear oriented. This is all material, radios and fun toys and on and on and on. And you know, there's a thing about, at least for me, when I'm looking around on YouTube and you know, watching people's video channels going on DX Engineering and getting way too addicted and like, I don't know, like just I need this gear and just thinking about this radio and all this and stuff, and I don't have the money for it, and I think sometimes it's a real problem for people. It is for me. I mean, ham radio is a great hobby. We get to buy this gear and whatever, and you can use it by yourself and isolate like I do, or you can join a club and you can be with a lot of people doing field day and stuff. There's a lot of options to the hobby. But me and probably a lot of people, this gear costs money, and not all of us are wealthy as hell. Some of us are trying to stay in our lane and pay our bills and be responsible, and we don't want to. You want to just the hell with this. It's all about bills, but sometimes we want to just buy a toy. So I think it can be kind of frustrating, a hobby like this, when they keep coming out with all this gear and these magazines, and like when I'm showing you all this shit from the 50s and 60s, and it's just a hobby, folks. It takes time to buy a transmitter or transceiver. Just, I guess, I don't know, chill out. I don't know. And here he is, our god of ham radio, Hiram Percy Maxim. Good old Hiram. Here's another geek. Oh, that must be him when he was a little punk. This must be him in about 1914. This must be him in about 1840. I think it's the same guy. I'm not sure, but anyway. So there you go, folks. Kind of an interesting article on ARRL.org about radio history and the hobby. And I think that's interesting. I think one thing about the hobby is it's a good, at least for me, the way I see it, amateur radio, ham radio is a good grounded kind of a hobby. And if you're technical minded and you have an interest in this kind of thing, it's going strong. It's still going, and there's a lot of options in this hobby. So hope you enjoy the video. Hope you have a good day. Come to your pal CLG. Catch you later.